In a developing country like here in Nigeria, the courses you study still matter because a lot of university courses still lack value. So the question, what are the best courses to study in Nigeria, can be critical. And that is why we have created a list of the best 20 courses to study in Nigeria today. In Nigeria today, there are general perception about the courses you study at the university. Some courses are seen as very useless because career opportunity for them are very low and they are not generally valued. And some are seen as very perspective because they have value in Nigeria and career opportunity for them are many. Now stick with me to the very end of this video as we dive into the list of the top 20 best courses to study in Nigeria today. 1. Accounting and finance. Accounting is one of the best courses to study in Africa. Accountants are needed in all professional fields. They can work in different places and companies such as airports, banks, churches, hospitals, schools, hotels, supermarkets, etc. They can work in all government establishments as well. With a degree in accounting, there is a great career ahead of you. You can work in a different financial positions in any establishment. 2. Agricultural science. Agricultural science is a broad interdisciplinary field of agriculture and biology. Having a degree in this course will open you to many career opportunities depending on the education track you choose to follow. You will be prepared for jobs that are related to the science and business side of agriculture. Agricultural science is broad. That is why after you have completed your first degree, you will have the opportunity to further your education in other related disciplines. 3. Architecture. Architecture is one of the top courses studied in Africa today. One thing studying architecture guarantees is that you can work for a building firm and work privately at the same time. Architects will always be needed for the designing and construction of buildings and other structures. 4. Biochemistry. There's not much explanation for this course, but among the science courses in Africa, biochemistry is becoming quite popular. Biochemistry is the study of the chemical process about living organisms. It is interdisciplinary course of both biology and chemistry. It is divided into 3 broad fields, which are molecular genetics, protein science, and metabolism. 5. Business administration. Business administration is a broad field that incorporates different types of management positions, from independent businesses to major corporations. They all need trained administrators for them to succeed. And business administration degree holders are those that handle the managerial, organization, and operational responsibilities of a company or firm. With a degree in this course, there are many lucrative, respected, and well-paying opportunities you can get. 6. Chemical and petroleum engineering. Chemical and petroleum engineering is among the top courses in Africa, especially in Nigeria, and you don't need to think too far to know why it is so. Petroleum is the bedrock of Nigeria economy currently, and petroleum companies are among the best paying companies in Africa, especially here in Nigeria. So regarding career options in financial reward, this course ranks among the top in the continent. 7. Civil engineering. Civil engineering is one of the top engineering courses in Africa universities. It is professional engineering courses that deals with the design, construction, and maintenance of the natural and physical built environment and construction such as airports, bridges, canals, dams, pipeline, sewage system, roads, and railway. 8. Computer engineering and information technology. Computer engineering and information technology are one of the top courses studied in Africa and all over the world. We are in the computer age, and the information technology sector is one of the fastest growing sectors today. Professionals in this field are high demand everywhere in the world, especially ones who have special IT skill, and there are many wonderful career prospects with this course. The downside is that you can learn a special IT skill without going to the university, but the course still ranks among the top courses studied in Africa universities. 9. Economics. Economics is a top social science course in Africa. You can work in almost any establishment or firm with a degree in economics. This course works hand in hand with accounting, and they have some similarities, although economics is broader because it does not deal with money alone, but also with the factors of demand and supply and every related to the economy. 10. Electrical engineering. Electrical engineering courses are among the most sought after courses in Africa. Among the engineering courses, electrical engineering is one of the top courses people apply for every year. Electrical engineering deals with the study of application of electricity, electronics, and electromagnetism. 11. Estate management. Estate management is one of the popular environmental courses in Nigeria. It is a course that deals with the appraisal, evaluation, acquisition, development, and marketing of building property. Primarily, estate managers deal with the valuation and management of buildings and land in both the private and public sector. Estate managers can easily get self-employed in the country, and with the growing population of Africa, this course is one of the best courses to study for the future. 12. Geology. Geology is not a popular course in Africa, but I have discovered that it is among the top courses to study in Africa. This is because graduates of this course are among the most sought after by oil companies. Geology students learn about earth structure and its events such as earthquakes, flood, landslide, and volcanic eruption, so that they can be able to determine areas that are safe for buildings and other things. They also investigate earth metals, minerals, oil, natural gas and water, and a method to extract them. 13. Law. Law is among the top best courses in Africa. Law students even have their special black and white dress that makes them unique on campus. 14. Mass communication. This is one of the best university courses in Africa, but not many African universities offer this course because they do not have the facilities to train students in this field. 15. Marketing. After accounting and economics, marketing is probably the next top social science course to study in Africa. This is because graduates of this course are needed by almost any firm, company, organization, etc. that are looking to make progress and stay relevant in a competitive market, and only professionals in this field have the necessary marketing skill to help every company or firm establish its brand and keep making profits. 16. Medical laboratory science. This course goes by different names in different universities. It is a healthcare professional degree. Graduates of this course work in clinical laboratories, in the hospital, non-clinical industrial laboratories. Graduates of this course get job easily and they are well paid as well. 17. Medicine. Medicine is the most coveted health science course in Africa because it is the most marketable course in Africa. This is because there is almost 100% possibility of getting a job. Admission into medicine is the most competitive in Africa, and it requires getting a very high score before you can get admission. The respect and prestige that comes with the title of a doctor is another reason why it is the top best course studied in African universities. 18. Nursing. Just like medicine, nursing is also one of the top courses studied in Africa because nurses are in high demand all over the world, not just in Africa. Most universities in Africa country with a college of health science offer the nursing degree. There are also many schools of nursing and midwifery in Africa where you can study this course. 19. Pharmacy. Pharmacy is also top course in Africa and one of the courses that also require a high score. It is one of the respected courses in Africa and it requires the best minds. The course generally deals with everything about medicine and how they are made, how they work, and the side effects. Pharmacy students are well respected on campus because they have to study a lot like medicine and engineering students. 20. Theatre arts. You might be surprised to see this course among my top 20 best courses in Africa, but this is quite true because theatre arts is becoming increasingly popular with the growth of the African entertainment industry and the fact that many opportunities are opening up in this industry. So if you love entertainment and anything related to it, you should strongly consider studying theatre arts. So those are the courses that make our top 20 best courses to study in Nigeria today. But remember that above all, you should consider your ability, your personality, your life and passion, and the career opportunity available when you choose to study any course in Nigeria. Now let's dive into the list of our 20 useless courses never to study in Nigeria today. Number 1. Christian religious study. This course is concerned with the analysis of Christian beliefs, behavior, and institutions. The skill you will gain from studying this course are not well sought after in the African job market. This means finding a high-paying job with this course will be very difficult, except you want to be a pastor. 2. Social studies. Social study is another course that has low prospect in Africa. Spending 4 years in the university studying this course do not equip you with the skills that are desirable in the African job market. 3. Home economics. Another course in the list of 20 most useless courses to study in Africa is home economics. This is because the skill you will learn during the 4 years of studying home economics can be learned in a shorter span and outside the 4 walls of a university. 4. Horticulture. Although agriculture is a thriving sector of African economy, not all agricultural courses that are offered at the university in Africa have prospect in the continent agrarian sector. 5. Sociology. Sociology is another course that does not offer a high prospect to graduates of the course, hence putting it on this list of the most useless courses to study in Africa. In Africa, it is common to observe the majority of graduates of sociology being underemployed as there is a little to no demand for sociologists in the African job market. 6. Zoology. Zoology is another course that has minimal demand in Africa today, as zoo, which ought to be the primary employers of graduates of this course, are not functioning, although they may get job elsewhere. 7. Archaeology. The reasons archaeology is useless course to study in Africa include the lack of right facilities necessary to teach this course in Africa universities and the lack of opportunities after graduation, as there is apparent lack of funding for archaeology research in Africa. 8. Library science. Library science graduates who are trained to manage the affairs of libraries do not generally have a career opportunity to explore after graduating with a degree, because the state of public and private libraries in Africa are mostly inactive. 9. Political science. Political science, a course which is concerned with the study of political institutions, is another useless course to study in Africa. There is minimum demand for political scientists in the African politics scene. 10. Physical and health education. Physical and health education is another course that do not hold a high prospect in Africa. 11. Secretarial studies. This course is concerned with preparing one to be a secretary by providing training on how to enter text, data into a computer, edit document, design spreadsheet, customer service, and organize event, among other things. This skill can be developed without studying this course in the university for 4 years, and the bulk of secretaries in Africa do not have this degree. 12. History. History is another useless course to study in Africa. The job prospects for graduates of this course are very minimal in Africa. Graduates of history usually settle for the position of secondary school history teachers. 13. Botany. Botany is a course deals with the study of plants and the utility of plants of mankind. A botany degree presents prospect of finding job performing plant analysis, research, and environmental studies. The demand for the skills of botanists in Africa is minimal. 14. Philosophy. There is no doubt the study of philosophy, which focuses on knowledge, logic, reason, and thought, promote the development of skill. However, philosophy doesn't have a good reputation when it comes to the African job market, as the demand is minimal. 15. Geography. In theory, geography presents vast career options for geographers to exploit after graduation. However, in Africa, it is not as marketable as it seems. Mostly graduates will teach geography in secondary school or settle for other underpaid jobs. 16. Local government studies. Local government study does not present bright prospect of landing high-paid jobs and career advancement in Africa, as there is the least demand for graduates of the courses in the job market. 17. Demography and social statistics. Demography and social statistics do not hold high employment prospects in the African labor market. Hence, studying this course at the university is not worth the resource and time you will spend obtaining a degree in demography and social statistics. 18. Development studies. 19. Crop science. 20. Anthropology. There are some courses that you study in Nigeria that will make it very hard for you to build a successful professional career, because there's a little to no demand for such courses. But don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean that it is impossible to land yourself a job, but it will not be as easy as other marketable courses. Yay, you come to the end of this video, but don't click on just yet. This video took so much of my time to research, script, edit, film, and so on and so forth. So you can't imagine how much I really do appreciate your support. If you can subscribe to this YouTube channel, share the video, drop your comment at the comment section, I would really appreciate that. And also, if you don't like the video, don't be shy. Hit the dislike button twice for you to be sure. See you in the next video. Thank you. Yeah.